coming on through.
Hello my lovelies, this is going to be like my third New Year message in a row, but stick with me because there's opportunities involved in some important stuff. So yeah, please sit through this. I'm looking for feedback and so on. The only constant is change, and no plan survives contact with reality, but even so, here we go. Work-wise, I just really need to knuckle down and get shit done. I've got a whole bunch of ideas with art that I've commissioned for it that just hasn't got anywhere near towards completion at all, and I've been farming out work. There's a number of reasons for that. This last year's been pretty exhausting. The whole atmosphere in the role-playing industry is very censorious and swung very much against the kind of things that I like, at least in terms of criticism and so on. That might be swinging back, but it's just tiring and exhausting to expend all that effort to put something out there and then for the usual suspects to pick over it with a fine-tooth comb for anything that they can reinterpret or misinterpret through their own ideological lens to attack you with. So it's tiring and exhausting, but there's a stubborn side to me that doesn't want to give in to that, so I need to get shit done. I also want to do more writing again. I want to finish Alice Through the Garbage Grinder, which was kind of an idea that I was toying with for a bunch of time and then wrote half of during NaNoWriMo, so I'd like to get that done. So I guess while the impetus of the new year lasts, which is usually about 3 months, I'm going to try and knock out one thing after another. I'm probably going to continue to farm out the Tales of Gore adventure writing and then edit, add to, do the rules and add supplementary material to that the same way that I have been for the releases up to now. So if you're looking for an opportunity to write adventures for that sort of thing, let me know. I've also got this big horror D&D city project that I've been tinkering with for ages that I need to get off the ground. So yeah, there's all that. And if you're an artist, I'm always looking for artists, and I'm looking to commission pieces to sell as stock art through my label. So yeah, if you're looking for work, if you're hard up, you need a commission or something, let me know. We can probably work something out for going forward into the future. And the Zalart Scholarship is still running. I'm still collecting money at the moment, and I'm still looking for entries, and will be through to the end of February. So if you could help out with that, much appreciated. If you follow the link to my website, all the information will be there. In my personal life, I need to get into the swing of getting back into shape again, and I need to read more. It's been years since I've really read, and I used to be a really avaricious reader. I could read like 6 books in a weekend, but for various reasons, between screens and interactivity, the internet, having burned myself out during research for Tales of Gore, I just haven't been delving into books as much as I used to, and I really need to keep my own writing honed, to exercise that part of the brain and to stay steeped in pop culture around fantasy, science fiction and so on. So I'm going to try and do that, try and exercise again more because I've been putting on weight. Some of that is the drugs. It's a wonderful choice. You can be fat with a brain that works vaguely normally, or you can be thin and massively depressed. Those are your options, and that's a fun time is had by all with that. But still, between Beat Saber and a treadmill and various other things, hopefully I can drop a few pounds and fit back into my slightly too tight cowboy trousers. We shall see. Big thing that I want to change is the amount of tabletop gaming that I'm doing. So I am going to start a semi-regular streamed game, probably via Google Hangouts, maybe Woofrup to start with, might switch to other games. I've got a ton of games that I've read but haven't played, and it might be fun to try a few of those out, you know, and this would give me a venue to do that. I'm going to try and set it up so they can be kind of drop in, drop out games, sort of short mission based scenarios with preset, pre-generated characters and so on. So if someone just happens to have that evening free, they can hop on and play with the minimal amount of fuss. Probably something like convention slot sessions. So yeah, 3 to 4 hours maybe, depending on people's familiarity with the rules. But if you want to get in on that, join my Discord, leave comments down below, sub to the Patreon. Those people will get preferential treatment, and there we go. So, gaming. Speaking of Patreon, of course, there's this ongoing problem. So Patreon was really convenient and good, had the tools that I needed, even though the notification system never quite worked properly for me for whatever reason. But everyone's aware of the problems going on there, the censorship and so on. I don't think, I hope I wouldn't be under threat from there, though I can be a bit of an edgy boy and so on. But the point is that there's an insecurity there, and it's sufficient that a lot of people are now refusing to use Patreon or have taken out their pledges or whatever else. So we need to look for alternatives. Apparently Subscribestar is about ready to fix their issue. They've got other payment processors, so that might be an option. The trouble is PayPal probably isn't going to work with them or any other competitor that pops up. It remains to be seen what Rubin and Peterson are coming up with, or others who've sensed a gap in the market that they want to move into. Gab's payment processing ideas, hard to see. I don't think crypto is really a solution, but we'll see. For the time being, if you can, stick with Patreon. I'm going to stick with it until there is a viable option. But I have created subscription options, direct subscription options, via PayPal on my website. But I can't really do much with that unless and until a sufficient number of people join that, at which point I intend to set up some kind of email list or something so that I can send out a newsletter. So if you want to back me, if you can stomach it, stick with Patreon. If you can't, send me a tip through the PayPal me link, or go to my website and check one of the subscription options there. So then, to recap, I'm going to try and buckle down, get work done, finished, rather than just tinkering about with like hundreds of different projects. I'm going to try and concentrate on my health, my fitness, my mental health. Last year was exhausting, and I need to be able to self-care without feeling guilty. I guess is the big challenge for this year. If you're an artist, there's opportunities. That would also include photographers, cosplayers, people like that. I might be able to find you some work. So if you need work, hit me up and I might be able to help you out. Writers too, if you know your games and you're looking to break into the RPG industry, I could be a pretty good mentor. I know a lot about it, though my success has been up and down, so yeah, I can help you avoid pitfalls and things, and I'm happy to do so. I'm hopefully going to be running games regularly, so keep an eye out for that if that's something you're interested in. And if you want to help me out, Patreon or PayPal or via my website. That about covers it. I'm going to be doing some experiments as well, like I might take a week or a month of doing more video updates, more commentary and things, but we'll see how it goes. Zang.